Happy Thursday. Hopefully, everyone's having an awesome day. Hopefully, everyone's having an awesome week. The month is almost over. The month is almost over. I think tomorrow is the last day of September, and then it's October, which is awesome. It's just another month down, 1 month closer to the midterm elections, and then hopefully, Austin can turn itself around by electing 6 new members to city council. That is a new mayor and 5 new elected city council members. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. And even then, it's not going to fix Austin's issues overnight, of course, because it's going to take time for them to actually get appointed because you have the election. And then at the next of the year, they get sworn in. And even then, Austin won't be fixed because in order to fix Austin, it is going to take time, unfortunately. Because without the DA, because the DA also needs to be recalled or hopefully arrested for derelict of duty, whichever one doesn't really matter. But hopefully this November, we can do a step in the right direction. That being said, Austin the Police Department not happy. And when you don't have happy police, you don't have a safe city. If you don't have a safe city, you have out of control crime. Crime is skyrocketing here in Austin. Luckily, hopefully, I live in a safer neighborhood. That's all relative, of course. But let's go ahead and talk about the Austin Police Department from KXAN.com, which is a Austin news company. Austin police officers blast their department and city leadership in a workplace survey that shows Austin Police Department employees have some of the lowest opinions of the city's direction and management of any department. ADP employee sentiment was well below the citywide average in every measure, according to the Listening to Workforce survey. Only 20% of the responding ADP employees said that they felt their department was well managed. Just 17% that they felt that it was safe to challenge the way things are done, and barely 11% indicated change is managed well by the city. In response to the survey, ADP told KXAN has implemented several changes to improve the department. ADP survey results have been shared in numbers of ways with the ADP organization, highlighting organizational strengths and identifying areas that are chronically low in satisfaction rates. An ADP spokesperson said KXN obtained its survey results, which are the most current available and completed last October through the Texas Public Information Act. At ATP, the survey provided an inside look at the officers' morale as the department tries to improve staffing levels and the city negotiates new contract with the police union. I wish we could get rid of the public unions. I get that that's the way it's going to be. They're always going to be there, unfortunately. APD had over 2,300 employees eligible to take the survey, most of any department, and just over 600 participated. Citywide, showing around 70, 80, and that's around 42. Let's see here. Would recommend City of Austin as a I'm proud to tell people I work for the City of Austin. Austin Police Department. Let's see here. I can't click on these to see what they say. Trivializing my profession, mayor and city council seems to have no idea how much their decision negatively impacts ADP and the citizens of Austin. Employee morale among sworn staff is so low. One written ADP survey response. It'll take some repair and more visibility from City Manager Spencer Cronk to show support to restore trust. And so many are retiring early. Swift action is needed. Several officers said that they felt lack of support from the city leadership that has caused an exodus of the best officers, leaving them strained and making the job more dangerous. At the earliest time I can leave this department and retire, I will and not look back. The city has trivialized my profession and completely destroyed this department, one employee wrote. I don't know of any of my fellow officers who are not currently looking for a way out. I was once very proud to call myself a City of Austin employee with the Austin Police Department. Now that's a different story. Several Austin Police Department workers commented on low morale. One commenter said that it felt that the city treats the Austin Police Department like herpes, the department that the city doesn't want but can't get rid of. The city doesn't support its police department even slightly. The city council, with the exception of a single member, has proven time and time again over the past 2 years you couldn't care less about us, including our physical and mental well-being, one employee wrote. Cronk sent a statement to KXN saying that our employees do so much for our community and it's important to me that they feel valued and supported. I, along the leaders throughout this organization, use this survey result as a guide to improve the areas that are concerned to employees. We value our employees and are committed to addressing staff concerns while improving morale. Spokesperson for the city said that the survey helps management shape policy. The city has invested in its workforce with the across the board measly 4% raise when they gave themselves a 40% raise at the city council level. For civilian employees, the department making a retention plan and using stipend to head off emergency crisis and staff recruitment and retention, according to the spokesperson. Austin Mayor Steve Adler acknowledged difficulty in policing and said the survey is one of the tools that they use to better understand the challenges and aspirations of our workforce. Our city needs to be constantly trying to improve working condition and general morale, Adler said in a statement to KXN. It's important that our workforce knows that they are appreciated, especially in departments experiencing the greatest changes. One thing I noticed with these two responses from the city manager, which is appointed by the city councilor, and our wonderful douchebag of a mayor, they never said police. They never called out Austin Police Department personally and said that they were appreciated. They said work staff. One even said civilian work staff. By email, KXN provided a survey of all 10 city council members' office and asked for a comment specifically responding to Austin Police Department employees' concern. Only one city councilor, member Pio Renta, provided a response. Who the hell is this person? I don't recognize this person. So we're going to search city member, councilor Rotella, blah, 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 blah. When was this written? It had to be written. It was written a couple of days ago. Rotella said that the survey will help guide improvements in new cadet classes with new curriculum should help alleviate the ongoing staffing concerns that have limited the department's capacity. Thomas Barrow, the president of Austin Police Association, said that the survey results showed Austin Police Department's officers lack support and feel the risks of the job outweigh the reward. We have extremely talented people and folks are leaving at an alarming high rate because they don't feel appreciated. Valorel said in an email, we have seen record numbers of retirements and separations in the past few years, as more officers who are eligible to retire have chosen to do so, and people who are not yet retiring eligible choosing to go to other departments or into private sector jobs. Villarreal said the APA is actively negotiating the new police contract will provide a stable environment, attract the best talented, and turn to boost morale and hope to get a new contract ratified before the old one expires. Staying under contract will show these women and men of the city of Austin is committed to them and will be a positive message for officers who, in their own words in the survey results, haven't felt supported by city management and the council for a long time, at least since 2020, when the summer of love kicked off. Austin Police Department has lost a total of 165 officers to retirement and resignation last year, most in 5 years. How long is this? Valorel said the department is on track to lose 180 by the end of 2022. According to the Austin Police Department pay analyst prepared in May, Austin Police compensation is highly competitive with other large local law enforcement agencies in Texas. A candidate can earn $50,000 while in academy and have the opportunity to step up pay over 16 years to maximum base pay of $102,112, though maximum pay is higher at the APDA at the Austin Police Department compared to other large cities. The city of Austin's real estate is much less affordable, according to Zillow Index use. The compensation analysts median home prices in Austin, blah, 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 blah. You can't get the idea of what this article is. Austin police morale is not doing that great. And this leads to this Fox 7 Austin, which is also a local news station. Gun violence in Southeast Austin neighborhood has residents asking for help. Let's see here. Gun violence has filled the streets in the Southeast Austin neighborhood. Bullet holes can be seen in almost every other house. Bullet holes, not one or two, but hundreds can be seen in several houses in the Indian Hills neighborhood east of William Cannon Drive in Southeast Austin. Actually, I think my father used to live over there. Someone was shot in the arm by one bullet that ricocheted through the window. A woman, a relative in the neighborhood, and wants to remain anonymous. Resident says that these drive-by shootings all happened in the last few months and some were within days of each other. One woman who has relatives in the neighborhood said that the scariest for her was the shooting that happened in broad daylight. Shooting happened in broad daylight. You just don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next, another woman said. Fox 7 Austin spoke to a dozen residents in the neighborhood. All were reluctant to be on camera for fear of retaliation. They know that there are people are in control of that neighborhood, and this is a way to prove to the residents that they better keep their mouths shut. To me, that states that there's something much deeper than just random gun violence. The League of United Latin America Citizens District Director Cynthia Valdera says, "In your households will be shot up, and if some humans or babies or children happen to get shot, well, that's on you because you open your life or mouth. I don't know." Neighbors and support said that this isn't a way to live, and I completely agree. They want to be able to live day by day with peace and quiet, another woman said. They're calling for help before someone gets seriously injured. They are poor communities, but we are poor people as well. We work 40 hours plus hours. We pay taxes, and we can't get the help we need on this side of town, another lady said. How can people be intimidated and be forced to live in a situation whereas their livelihoods, their lives, their children, their babies can be put at risk? Valdez asked. Neighbors say they want elected officials to show that they care, come out to their communities, speak with the victims, provide support, and increase patrol to ensure their homes are safe. I don't think that is too much to ask for. Is that really all of it? Fuentes, let's see here. I thought that this would actually have the article with Fuentes saying that there's resources for victims of violence. And that was her response. This was written September 6th. This is what I heard on the radio. That was her response. We have services to the victims. How about you get Police Chief Chahon to do patrols in this neighborhood? Why don't you take a page out of the only conservative member of City Council and do ride-alongs? Why don't you do that? Why doesn't the mayor request more patrols in his neighborhood? Why do these people who live in the great city of Austin, Texas, have to live in fear of their lives because you hate cops so much? Why does the city council determine to turn Austin into Chicago? This is frustrating. It's heartening. It's very, very disheartening because you have a city council that doesn't care about cops. They want to demonize cops. You got one city council member that is pro law enforcement. She is outnumbered, and hopefully this November we could get her some support. Hopefully we can get her some backup and create policies that's going to help these poorer communities of Austin, so we can make Austin the best version of the city for all ethnic background. Just because I live near the domain doesn't mean that I get to live in a safe place where poor neighborhoods can't. That is not right. That is not a way to live. People shouldn't have to live in fear that their house will be shot up. They should be able to be proud to talk to the press saying this is the best neighborhood in Austin. They shouldn't be living in fear. This isn't a third world country. This isn't the Middle East. This isn't Chicago, California, or whatever. We should be proud to be Austinites. One of the candidates that's up for city councilor in this, I forget what district she's running for. I honestly don't remember. For district, yeah, I can't see it. The name is too long. But she is running for election for city council. She's one of the 6 positions waiting. Oh, for District 3. So if you live in District 3, I would consider Miss Weldon to be your vote. Hearing these stories, I could not sit by. I had to do more. Some actions we must take now to address the public safety crisis. We must prioritize all means for more cadet classes and rehiring, retain existing officers to restore the reputation that is harmed, and admonish non-prosecutorials. And this is the City of Austin exit survey that I read. This is this story right here. I'm losing my place here. Of course, I like her. She responds to my tweets. We have decent conversations. The fact that she's willing to listen to me. My only issue with her is I'm not in District 3. I'm in Leslie's Pool District. Her position is not up on the chopping block. So, hopefully, I could spread awareness to her or for her so people know that there's people out there willing to be pro-cop. My response to this is I fear this is going to be a stain that will take decades to clean up. This November, people of Austin can help by voting for new leaders with new policies to make Austin the best version for all ethnic background. Of course, we go back and forth. I agree we cannot use that as an excuse to relent or not continue to pursue new classes and staffing. We must take the offensive approach, including new officers retaining reputation rather than cleaning up the mess that the former senior leaders neglected. They've neglected you. The former leaders have neglected you. Former leaders let violence continue. Their DA, Jose Garza, by letting people out without bail, has let violence continue in our city. Hopefully, she gets elected. Then, of course, I go on a little rant because, sometimes I do that. This is going to require a multi-pronged solution. We need rules in place to prevent this from happening, and we also need the police to be more involved in communities, not just pulling people over or arresting them, but it's going to go out helping people paint or build. Have a place where people can talk with the community and play an active role as a regular human being. Get them into youth sports to help mentor the future. Go door to door, just as walk the neighborhood program, not just be in cars. I think I added one more. Oh, nope, I didn't. Maybe this is the one I added. That was a 3-prong, but it doesn't really matter. She responded, I talked to one officer last week. Many officers are already doing this, i.e. PAL, DARE, Boys, Girls Club, etc. I said I would donate my raise towards this and bring more retired and officers that are left to help. Oh, and we need to bring back the Blue Santa Parade. I agree. We need to put cops on a pedestal with conditions. Don't get me wrong. There's conditions that have to be met. They don't get a free pass. I'm pretty sure, and my response is I'm sure they do this, but it doesn't get talked about that much. Sometimes I just go on a little rant from time to time. The city really needs to be highlighting these actions. At the end, the police are still members of our city and community. And unfortunately, I didn't like her answer. I didn't like it because not that I don't disagree with it. I don't like the fact that there's this attitude. And it's not an attitude towards her. Don't get me wrong. The fact that this is a true statement, saying I wouldn't trust the city to highlight it, needs to come from success stories from kids and other communities who were impacted. I know I was a safety patrol officer in 6th grade when police officers came and threw a party for us kids. This is the part that I don't like. This is the part that I don't agree with. Now, she's not wrong. Don't get me wrong. The fact that we can't trust the city. My response is, well, there lies the issue. Trust the city. If we can't trust the city to do what's right, then why should we live in said city? This needs to be spearheaded by local governments to rebuild the trust lost. They need to earn the trust back by actions and not empty words. Oh yeah, this is the third one on my little rant. Then you got people themselves that need to learn to have some personal responsibility and start having some level of respect towards law enforcement. Only working together can we fix this and make Austin the best city for all. Like I said, it's a multi-prong. The police need to do their job. The city leadership needs to do their job. The public needs to do their job. And this needs to be spearheaded from leaderships like the mayor, like city council. Not the Greg Kazars, not the Mayor Adlers, because they're no longer going to be mayor after this, or he's no longer going to be mayor after this. The future mayor of Austin needs to spearhead this so the officers know that the city has their back. Like I said, I back the blue, but I got conditions. The city council has made Austin unsafe. There's drive-bys happening in Austin. I've never remembered a time in Austin where there were drive-bys on a regular basis. Sure, we may get that random drive-by once a year, but that's a reflection on the frequency of our judicial system here in Austin, our policies here in Austin, the lack of leadership in city council. I don't know. I'm going on a little rant. Maybe this is more of a rant video. I don't know. I'm going to end it there because it's almost reaching the 26 mark. So leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. Am I being too harsh on the current city council members? Or am I not being harsh enough? Because this is a failure on them when our police do not feel safe being a member of the city of Austin or an employee of the city of Austin. You literally have a DA looking at their body cam, seeing if they were professional. If they weren't professional, they said a curse word because they're overstressed. The DA's going after them. I don't know if I could pull that up or not, but I heard that on the radio. The city needs to earn. When I say the city, I don't mean the residents, but the residents do play a big part of it. The city members, the city council, the mayor needs to earn back the trust of the police, and that's how you're going to keep good cops here in Austin. Anyways, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. Please smash the like and subscribe button on any all platforms or just the platform that you're currently watching. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.